Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be trying out the brand new LR CUSACK on RAT. So, we're doing all three floors, and we can actually get the buff, which is pretty cool, from Valenti, because we have everyone of a different race. We only have one demon, which is CUSACK, which is completely fine. I don't think he actually works with commandments. No, he's demon only. I wish he worked with commandments as well. I think that would be pretty nice, but fair enough. But yeah, running this team, basically the normal team, and then we've just used CUSACK as our DPS. Everyone here is running HP defense. Valenti's the only one that has different substats. She's got resistance here when everyone else has attack, defense, and HP. She's got resistance. This is my OG green Valenti gear. I've not changed it at all, and it works completely fine, so I don't need to change it. She's got a Tommy, she'll be able to tank. Yeah, he's actually got really good health and attack for HP defense. Of course, he's an LR, so you would sort of expect that at least a little bit. The card set is the normal basic stat card set with the defense related stat boost if we get food poisoning, which of course we do because we need them for gimmicks later on. But yeah, let's get on with it. Here we are onto floor 1. I'm not sure if I've actually mentioned this recently, but we do have info of not what the festival is, but what's coming after the festival, which is a Ragnarok update, which is kind of odd. You think they do a Ragnarok update being the main festival and then have like a side 4 nights as the secondary, but it seems like the part 2 is a Ragnarok, which is cool. Once again, it could be basically anyone. They could do absolutely anyone here. Okay, I need to move every turn. I forgot. I always forget how to do rat sometimes. After the first floor, I'll get the hang of it again. Just got to move him every turn, which is fine. It should be quite easy. I've got a nice chunk of debuffs, which is good. Food poisoning, which is fine. It is going to go for Valenti, which is what we want. The way to get it to target a character you want is make sure they have the lowest max health, or just the lowest health in general, and the AI will just immediately target them. Just like you do have to move around gear to make sure Valenti has the lowest health. So we will do this. I'm just going to hit it with one attack. I hit it with the... It's not going to play an ultimate this turn, so we'll just hit it with the cleave. Having ult depletion might actually be pretty handy. There we go, get a nice boost. Good damage. Very good damage. For everyone, he's got no other demons boosting his attack. He does have everyone here, which does technically boost his own stats. Everyone here boosts stats in some way. Valenti's attack, Liz's attack and basic stats, and Yorm's all stats. So it's pretty good. What are his stats looking like? That's a lot of health. How about everyone else? Oh my god, he has a considerably high amount of health compared to everyone else. He's got an insane amount of defense. That is... Okay, that's Liz. I forgot he's got Liz buff. We'll move him back to middle. We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll remove the ult gauge. And then I'll play the Yorm skill as well. I do have buff removal still, so it's not really a problem. Just basically want to get max stacks of everything. There we go. Deplete the ult gauge. Oh, we do actually lose ult gauge with CUSACK there, which is fine. It's not actually a problem. It is a lot of ult gauge. It's 2 ult gauge per go. Okay, it's a little bit more than what I thought it was. I always thought it was 1. That's fine. I might actually try and kill with Liz. So I'll do this, this, and then that. Hopefully Liz does get the kill, which she should. Still got a decent amount of health left. And then I will move CUSACK once to try and regain his ult gauge. Yeah, there we go. I don't care if Valenti loses her ultimate. Her ultimate isn't really handy, at least until the final phase. So it's just going to be taking up hand space, basically. Oh, and it removed it because it's actually linked to the rat. I forgot it removes debuffs if they're linked to a certain thing. Shock skill, deplete ult gauge. I think that's it, really. So what I'm going to do is play this thing. As I've only got CUSACK 2.6, I don't actually have Abyss. You get Abyss at 3.6, which is 25%, which goes to 50% at 5.6. So if you do a 5.6 CUSACK, you actually got quite good Abyss damage, which I sadly don't have at the moment. I will get it eventually. I was going to move and then play that. That's the reason I reset my turn. I forgot what I was doing for a second. Good damage. That's actually crazy good damage. But when he's all stat lowered, where's his all stat lower? Up. I'm going to say it's 10% all stats because that's a base amount. If it's anything higher than that, that's still incredible damage. I think I have to play for just general hand space here. So I'll just do something like this, because I can use her ultimate next. I don't actually need that either. I probably should have played both Valenti skills first. But this should be fine. Doesn't matter, we are going to give it the attack related stat boost. No, we won't. We're not going to give it the attack related stat boost. So it gets these stacks. When it gets those stacks up to 5, it gets an attack related stat boost. The way it gets those stacks is if it attacks either the left or the right tower. If the rat is standing on either the left or the right tower, it will cancel out and only give you 1, because then it counts you hitting the right tower or the left tower, or vice versa. I'll do this, and then I'll move. I actually forgot how you play this phase, which is really bad. It's bleed first. I know it's bleed first. I almost misplayed heavily. We'll get rid of these. Bleed, because then it avoids close range skills on that tower, and then we ult with Valenti when it's on this tower here. Should hopefully be quite easy now. We've got some quite good DPS skills. I'm not really taking too much damage either, which is nice. Healing quite nicely as well. I do wish his basic stat boost was like for everyone, not just demons. I think that'd be just a very cool niche thing he would have. Is it? Yeah, it's only for demons, sadly, but it doesn't really matter because it's still quite decent. It's quite useful. I'll play the skill again. He's going to stun someone. I don't know who he's going to stun. Preferably not Valenti, but you never really know. There we go. And now it should now put him onto the left tower. Now all we have to do now is ult, and that'll move him back to the middle. We have a buff. Okay, so if he does stun Valenti, we can at least cleanse it. Which I don't know who's going to go for. And the stun is on Liz. Completely okay with stunning Liz. I have nothing at all against stunning Liz. We've actually got some really good CUSACK skills as well, so I am actually quite okay with this hand. That's a good Yorm damage skill. I think I'll get rid of the buff skill, it's not really going to be needed, and then we'll play nothing. So I'm playing this, it's going to get evaded, doesn't matter, I'm only playing it to remove a debuff. It doesn't actually work, I realised now. But there we go. And we just cleanse anyway. And now it's back on the middle, where we can cleanse with Liz, or we can ult. No, but single target ult, cleanse with Liz. We actually got a lot of DPS skills with CUSACK as well, which is really nice. It's got a lot of additional health, which I will check, just so we can sort of see CUSACK's damage, because once again, he does a lot of additional damage based on the enemy's increased max HP. So, the increased max HP is 1,000,000. Okay, so we should see some insane damage from him. Probably damage cap every skill. So what I'll do is I'll play this, I'll cleanse, I'll play this, and I'll play this. This should kill, because of the additional damage. There you go, that's crazy. So 8% of the additional damage, I'm pretty sure, is damage cap, so he's guaranteed damage cap with every skill, because of his passive alone. That doesn't increase, that doesn't mean like his stats are doing anything. There we go, easy. Bear in mind, that's got cleave on it, so you've got cleave, his attack stat, his crit damage stat, it's got rend on it as well, which is 2 times pierce rate. But that was just the damage from his passive alone, doing 80% of the additional HP, which is crazy. Yeah, he is going to be a really good DPS, especially for the... I wonder if I can 3-shot him. I must try and save CUSACK skills, see if I can 3-shot him on the final phase, which you can't normally do. Actually, I need to kill the 2 side towers anyway. I was going to see if I could 3-shot him on that phase, but anyway. On to floor 2. What I wanted to do was to see if we could one-shot the final phase, because it's got like 25 million health. And the only person I've really seen do a lot of damage to it is Millum, because of the additional damage thing. Which CUSACK also has as well, so I was going to see if I could make the most out of it. But we'll see. But I do have to kill the 2 side towers first. Which this team can't really do too well, because we don't really have many... we don't have basically any AoE skills. We've got Liz's AoE, we've got Valenti's ultimate and her AoE skill, and we've got Yorm's AoE skill. That's it. We don't really have any powerful AoE skills. There we go, that's fine, as expected. We need at least 1 debuff on us. We don't need that, so... I don't really need to play the buff skill. I don't need to heal. We haven't really taken that much damage. That's very low. It's okay. I feel like a lot of his damage is going to come from additional damage, but we will have to see, because of course basically everyone's passive is basically 0 at the moment, so I can't really judge him when everyone's passive isn't really ramped up. There's the big damage, we can heal next turn. Pretty sure we can actually cleanse next turn. Can we cleanse? Yeah, we can. We can actually cleanse this turn. A lot of debuffs. Oh my god. No, I don't really know what I can do here. It's like, it doesn't really matter what I do, it's going to screw me over. I'm just going to move this. Try and go for Yorm's ult, really. Well, I'm going to get Yorm's ult. And I'll just attack the left tower, just solely for the fact of it'll give me a stack of Valenti's passive, which is kind of handy. And it does a tiny bit of damage. Okay, it's moved to that tower. It's trying to be funky, which is fine. We actually do a lot of damage to the towers now, because we've got a lot of Valenti skills. As long as I actually have debuffs on me, because if I don't have debuffs on me, I'm in a little bit of trouble here. I got 2, so I can play 1 Valenti skill. I'll merge it and do a 2 instead, so I'll be doing more damage and I'll still have a debuff on me. Because this skill here, this is a weak point skill. If you place that weak point skill and I don't have any debuffs on me, I get 3 grade food poisoning, which can't be removed, and it's 40%, sorry, 45% of your max health every turn, which is crazy. So we'll not be doing that. Instead, we're going to rely on moving him back to the middle, getting some decent Valenti damage here, cleansing Valenti, so he's going to have a, there you go, big damage. Yorm kills, good, moves back to the middle. Cool, at least he moved on to the tower with the lowest health and not the one with the highest health. I need to stop pulling debuff skills because this is not very handy for me. That's fine. I can cleanse this turn if I wanted to, which I probably will. Or do I not? No, I think I need to. How much health have you got? 300k. I actually believe Valenti can do that. So she'll get an attack related stat buff from Liz and a basic stat boost as well from Liz's passive. And now she'll ult, which will trigger her own passive, give her more attack related stats, and then she'll hit really hard here with release. There we go. And now we're just on to the rat itself. Damage still should be quite good. That's irritating, but it's fine. That's fine. It does like to switch targets sometimes. I don't know why it does that. I can try and kill it this time. We have a lot of debuffs. Well, Yorm has a lot of debuffs. I think let's just set up for next phase. Mainly just trying to get Yorm's ultimate. It's just going to be handy because we've got a lot of grey food poisons, so I don't really want to have to deal with, to be honest. Good damage. I need a few more crits, and then we should be good. Or no crits at all. Well, 1 crit. CUSACK. Yep, that's the reason why I needed like 1 more crit. But it's good. No problems. Also, oh, I was about to say we didn't take any damage from food poisoning. I realized, yeah, because we got detoxification. We actually popped Yorm's ult. I forgot. Didn't take any damage and I was wondering why. Mistake. But we should be good. How much HP you got? 38k. Do I believe Yorm can do that? Probably. But I want to heal anyway and cleanse because we got debuffs on us and they're grey. There we go. If she didn't do 38k, I would be extremely upset because she is very well invested in. She's got decent HP defense gear. She's got a lot. Okay, that was a lot of damage from Valenti. She should lose 1 stack there, which is good. I don't want to deal with that, so we're gonna do something like this. I'm gonna sort of like start farming Yorm's ult because you can farm Yorm's ult if you don't know. If you play Yorm's ult, then you play Liz's ult, then you play Yorm's single target skill. You can actually farm Yorm's ult every turn, so like Liz's ult. But yeah, I probably want to start doing that because especially if that debuff's gonna be kind of irritating. Cool, he's moved towers. It's fine. We actually have a debuff skill as well. This game likes to do this. I swear. Why does it always do this? I just mentioned. Oh yeah, it's cool. You know, I got a debuff skill. I can move it. Can't anymore. We'll just do this. Oh, okay. Liz is doing insane damage now. Liz is so powerful. Even though she's meant to be a support character, sometimes she can play quite a good DPS role. Now my team is really starting to pop off, which is good. That's what I wanted. There we go. Hopefully it goes back to middle. Thank you, I needed that. If not, I would have been screwed. Okay, we've got Valenti skill back as well. So I can remove the debuff. Actually, I'm going to take the right itself. Pop the Liz heal, pop that. And then I'll pop CUSACK's ult. So this should be quite good damage here. So we'll heal. This should kill 2 side towers. Lovely. Good damage as well. And 1,000,000 damage from CUSACK, which is, I believe, damage cap, which is good. Very, very, very good. Got a decent selection of DPS skills now as well. I might try and keep the CUSACK ones. Sort of stop. I might farm Yumzo actually, because then I can still work on CUSACK's ult in the same time. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to push for ultimate. Do something along the lines of, I want to keep at least one of the cleanse skills. So we'll do this. So I'll still get Yum's ult here. So as you can see here, I have one additional ult gauge, because it's a single target. I then get 2 additional ult gauge, cleanse, and I get 2 additional ult gauge from this. I get 1 additional ult gauge, sorry, from playing a single target. It's just a crazy damage, which is good. Cool. He's on only 1 tower, which is good. Means I can waste debuff skills, mainly the Volante skills I just don't need now. And I can start working towards CUSACK's ultimate, which is also good. There we go. I don't believe we actually need any stacks anymore. I'm pretty sure we've probably maxed out Volante's passive a little while ago. There we go. Do I just waste this? I think I just waste the ult gauge depletion. I don't really want to lose Liz's ult. Liz's debuff is connected to the rat, so as long as we kill the rat this turn, we should be fine. I did really want to keep that single target with her. Oh, I should have kept it. I really should have kept it. I was not expecting him to do that much. It's got no effect on it. Okay, so what I'll do is something like this. Pretty sure these have damage cap on them of 33%, in which they do. So we'll just do this. I want to sort of farm both their ults because they're both really good single target damage ultimates. And next time we're going to hit the rat, which has got 20 million health. So I'm expecting to see some crazy damage from CUSACK here. So I can actually show you the additional health, and you can sort of work out how much damage he's going to do. If he's, let's just say, got like 5 million health, but his additional health is like 19 million, he's realistically going to hit damage cap every turn, because of how much additional health he does have. But if he's only got like 100,000 health, and he's got 20 million health, he's not really doing too much. As you can see here, he's got a lot of additional health, 18 million additional health to be exact. So what we can do is, I'm going to have a little bit of fun here. See how much damage he's going to do. Crazy damage time. Yep, 6.7 million. That's what happens when you have additional damage based on increased HP. That is damage cap. With there's only 2 characters in the game that can currently do that. Millum with a Rampage stack, which is not that easy to get, or CUSACK with any single target skill. Actually, any demon, as long as CUSACK's on the field, because every demon gets that effect, which is kind of crazy, which is the reason why I feel like for some content where enemies have insanely boosted health but have low base health, CUSACK is going to be absolutely crazy for, because that number was insane. I do preferably want to kill some of these. So we'll pop Yumzo, because I'm going to lose next turn if not. We'll remove 1 debuff, and then I might just smack it with both of these. Because if it doesn't kill it, it goes into the rat anyway. Which would trigger the full heal, which isn't the best, but it is sort of is what it is, isn't it? There we go. Now it's lost all of its additional health, and now its additional health is back to basically 0. It's now just the normal rat. It's nothing crazy. It's actually losing health, which is not good for us, but it's fine. There we go. We get stunned. That's not the best, because she's not the tankiest character in the world. What pass did we get anyway? We got crit damage passes, which isn't really the best. Liz is also going to lose her ultimate, which is also not very good. Oh no, everything's falling apart. We should be fine though. We should be okay. So I'll do some chip damage here. Hopefully Liz can actually trigger the revive, so Valenti should do quite good damage here as well because of release. Not as much as I was expecting, but Liz should be able to trigger the full heal. There we go. Full heal gets triggered. We get now full heals, which is completely fine. We don't have Liz's ultimate, which we got a free turn. That's what I needed. It's actually what I needed. Was a free turn. Yeah, that'll give me Liz's ult as well. Like I just merge. Yeah, there's no point in me playing a skill. I don't really want to waste anything. I could have got Yorm's ult if I played the Yorm skill, but it's not really worth it. There we go. Get the buff as well, which I believe is like a 20% all-stat boost. Something crazy. Yeah, 20% all-stats. It's really good. And then now we can just like vaporize it, I'm pretty sure. No, we can't. I wish I got that Yorm ultimate now. So CUSACK is still going to do a lot of damage. This won't do as much. Oh, that's still really good. I think that's still damage cap. If I had Abyss, I would have killed. So if you got 3-6 CUSACK, you would have... Thank you, Liz. She finished the job. Always can rely on Liz. But yeah, honestly, his damage is what I expected. I'm not saying like, oh, it's really bad, and I'm not saying it's like crazy good. It is exactly what I expected. He's doing damage cap on the most HP demonic beast we have currently. It is really good. And now on to floor 3. Here we are, on to floor 3, which is the floor I hate the most. For no reason in particular, other than that it's just an irritating boss. It's just an irritating floor. So many gimmicks. Does he have increased health, though? He does. Not much, but it is increased health. These towers do not, sadly. Which is sort of what I would have liked. I would like the towers to have the increased health. I can play that. I would normally play the buff skill, but I'm probably actually going to keep the buff skill. For the fact of, he does have a Petrify. An AoE Petrify, that's a lot of damage. He's got damage reduction as well. Should hopefully be fine. It's going to have a lot of crit damage here, but we should still be all good. So we're going to start doing some chip damage to this tower here. As you can see, I'm not playing any of the debuff skills because I'm going to keep them. So this gimmick on this floor basically is there are certain towers that he can be killed on, and the immortality disappears, and the other 2 towers he cannot. Some of them, well, one of them is always got a negative effect, and the other one is always a neutral nothing. The neutral nothing tower is always the middle tower. The bad tower or the good tower is either the left or the right tower. So on phase 1, the bad tower is the left tower, which will lower your attack rate stats permanently by 50%, which is crazy. So we're going to try not to land on that, if possible, which is the reason why I haven't played Liz's ult. Normally I would play Liz's ult, but I haven't yet. I'm going to now, I think about it, because I need the additional boost, because that doesn't have any increased health. There we go. I just need that to get a little bit better damage. Oh yeah, okay, I really do need to stack everyone's passive up. So now, because I played an ultimate, it can move to any tower it wants. That's how it works. It can move back to the middle, or it can move on to the bad tower like it just did. So, the way to move it to the good tower is you have to play 3 debuff skills. In this floor as well, Valenti's ultimate is no longer a debuff skill, it is now an ultimate. So, playing it will not, it will still apply the poison, but it will also move it as well, which is not what you want. Okay, we're going to move it to the good tower. We don't have any good ultimates. It's going to petrify my entire team. There is nothing I can do about that. But it still should be quite all good. There we go. We get the defense-related stat boost there from Yorm's passive as well, which would be quite handy. 30% defense-related stat boost permanently now. Might help so we don't get crit as much. Okay, everyone gets petrified. He does also break it, so as he doesn't break it on all characters. Pardon me. Sometimes you'll only pick one character and break it on them. So it's always good to try and keep a Valenti skill or a Liz cleanse, just in case that does happen. As you can see, it did actually happen here. These have damage caps. If these didn't have... Do they? No, they don't. Okay. Gambling. We're going to gamble. Very much. Do I believe Yorm can do... I believe Yorm could do 500k without a Liz buff. I believe that. I will stick by it. I will stick behind her on that. I'll chuck that in just in case. And then we'll do this. I just want to get Yorm's ult constantly. Oh, yeah. More than enough. God damn. Oh, CUSACK, please. No! No, it could actually land back on that tower, which it didn't, thankfully. If it stays on the right tower, or the correct tower it's meant to be on for that floor, it does normally get some sort of effect or gimmick to further along the process of this floor. Whether that be debuffing itself like this, or applying a certain debuff to you to remove something in the future. I need to keep those. Why am I using them? I do not know myself. Okay, we'll just do this. This should hopefully kill the middle one. Perfect. And now we can start working on the rat itself. Start pushing for Yorm's ult, even though it's not really needed. It's just quite decent damage. I also don't have any CUSACK skills. I have his ultimate, which I'm going to wait for the Petrify to play. It doesn't really help much because I'm not like 3-6, I don't get the Abyss. Abyss would actually be really handy on here. I don't actually know if CUSACK's Abyss is AoE or just on that one character, because I have not had CUSACK's Abyss ever, and I haven't really taken much of an interest in CUSACK ever. I've been slightly unfortunate not to pull him. I pulled him once for like OG Demon King's banner, and then basically never again since. We'll try start damage. We're going to test it out. So hopefully it should be quite good here. He's just got a lot of health. Not additional health, he's actually losing health now. But he's still got a lot of health. Damage is still very impressive though. Very, very impressive. Of course, he does have the 50% damage increase from his ultimate, which you get at 1/6. It doesn't change between 1/6 and 6/6, which is pretty handy. It means even if you still got a 1/6 CUSACK, you're still going to be putting out quite good damage numbers. Of course, without the Abyss, but still, nonetheless, quite good damage numbers. I'm going to have to try and work on this tower. I'm also going to cleanse as well, just to sort of get myself a little bit more defense. So with this tower, this phase, sorry, the tower you want on is the left tower. The left tower will apply a stance. It does have a 10% damage cap on that tower, and what it'll do is it'll apply a stance. The stance will lower. Well, no, after one turn of the stance, it will give itself food poisoning, which is 15% of its max HP, and it will keep doing that eventually until you can kill it. It does also have Reflect as well, which is a little bit irritating, but if you're running a team that's got Valenti and Yorm on it, and you've got the Valenti passive going, which is having a character of a different race on the team, you'll be completely fine. Because what that does is it gives you a lovely 20% HP-related stat boost from her, and you get 28% all stats from her, so you end up with additional 48% lifesteal, which is really good. Should be fine here. We also got all the debuffs, so we can move it if we need to. We're also going to cleanse all the food poisonings, because this phase is going to spam food poisonings as much as it possibly can. That's what I would consider a pain, and of course it lands on that tower as well. Why wouldn't it? That's fine. That's actually probably quite good for us at the moment. And that's not good, though. That's not good at all. We do have the ability to remove some debuffs, so it's only going to be able to apply 2 food poisonings to everyone, which is all good here. What we will do is going to heal on this tower as well, which we don't want it to. We'll do this, and then... No, I'm just going to play nothing. I could have gone for... well, moved the Yorm skill. I didn't, but that's fine. That's not really going to cost me anything in the future. Hopefully. I now move it back to the left tower, which is good. Which is the correct tower we want it on. So it was going to play a recovery skill. It might not play the recovery skill now. There you go. Because sometimes it can only play certain skills on certain towers, which is the reason why you may see it has like a long list of skills, but it can only use, you only see it using specific ones. As you can see here, we'll click on it now. It's still got the recovery skill, but it can't use it. Instead, it will use the stance skill, which is currently not using either. We'll do this and that. Actually, I'm going to do this. Oh, do I think CUSACK can just nuke it? No. That is a lot of health. I have very high expectations for this man, but I believe that was a little bit too high. So we'll ult for the attack-related stat boost. CUSACK. Okay, maybe I was under... Okay, I've not seen his damage with a damage cap. Okay, let me be. You know, no additional health, no damage cap. It's kind of an odd one. I'm really used to seeing him do damage against people that have additional health. Okay, now Liz is stunned, which is not the best, preferably. We do have a debuff of each type, which is really nice. We are in a debuff spam bit now, so for basically this entire demonic beast now, we're just going to get absolutely hammered with debuffs, which is not good. It's definitely not the best. Also, we've been really unlucky with debuffs on characters. We've actually, every time we've wanted we've not wanted it to be on a certain character, it's always been on them. Which is a bad thing, but we still should be completely fine. I don't see any problem. As you can see now, damage cap is 10%, which is horrendous. But it's okay, because it means basically everyone can hit damage cap, which is quite nice. I do need to heal with Liz, so I will be playing that. We are now going to have a lot of food poisonings on us, which is also not good. Preferably it removes all of them, so it's only 1 each. Yep, that's fine. Cool. Now what I can do is, yeah, once again, dissolve goes on her, of course it does. We'll do this. So we'll do still quite good chip damage to it. We'll also get Yorm's ult as well, because Yorm's ult once again gives us detoxification, which is an effect that means we don't take food poisoning damage, which is pretty handy. There we go. We still take a little bit there, but that's not bad. It does heal a lot on this phase. So as you can see here, it's going to lose 30% of its max health, which is pretty huge. It'll leave it with about just over 20%. If it does keep spamming me with debuffs, please. There we go. We have to wait one more turn, which is actually not really a problem. We'll do something along the lines of this. I don't want to have too many debuffs on me. Having debuffs on you is not bad on this phase, but it's also not the best. It can also die to food poisoning, which is pretty cool, because it's max health, not remaining health. We'll do this. We'll just do this. Hit it with the Umzolt, so it's a decent chunk of damage. We'll then get her 2 additional ult gauges, now she's at 3. We'll cleanse as well, so we get Liz's ult again, and we don't have any debuffs on us. There you go, he's going to lose a lot of health. Goes for the stun on Yorm. I'm okay with that. I'm actually A-okay with that. A few debuffs. And then it dies food poisoning, and then we're going to take damage here as well. There we go, well, Yorm took damage. And now on this phase, we want it on this tower here. So we do have 2 ultimates, so what I'm going to do is... It's actually really hard to play this turn. I don't really want to merge the Liz skills, but I'm going to have to. Because I just want to do as much damage as possible. I can move it to whatever tower I want it to move it to, which is good because we have the debuffs. There we go, we'll play this. Good damage. Very good damage, thank you Liz. Lose a lot of health, which is not the best. It stays in the middle, which is good. It's actually very useful here. Its ultimate is another Petrify ultimate, which can be really a real pain. But we should be fine still. Once again, this phase, I don't think I can actually apply food poisoning until you get to the gimmick, which you needed to apply food poisoning for. We can kill it, but in the process... If I get petrified, I lose all the debuffs anyway. So that's not actually too big of a problem, but I want to play the ultimate so I don't take this round of food poisoning damage. We'll try and kill it. I really do want to try and kill... There you go, we killed it. That was very much overkill, but I needed it to happen. There we go. And then we'll start getting a little bit of chip damage on there as well. There is no guarantee it will unpetrify either Liz or Valenti. It may even try and unpetrify Yorm or CUSACK. Does go for Liz, which is good. We actually have a cleanse Liz skill. There you go, and now it's going to not play any more skills. But that's good. I prefer it to cleanse her than anyone else. This has damage cap, doesn't it? Yeah, not the best. That's fine. Everyone should still get 2 ult gauge? Yeah, they still do get 2 ult gauge. It's good. We get the cleanse up as well. There we go. Get some decent chip damage on there. Take some additional damage, which isn't good. It's going to move to the middle again. It doesn't, thank goodness. You also see it's starting to lose immortality stacks. So it loses 1 immortality stack per 1 character you have that's got a grey food poisoning effect. It doesn't matter how many food poisoning effects you got, it's only counts as 1 per character. So it may apply 10 to 1 character, but it'll only count as 1. Which is a little bit irritating, but you know, it sort of is what it is. Cool, still should be able to kill it here, so we'll kill this. Yeah, Liz will kill it, which is good. Cleanse up, get rid of it. And now we don't actually need the debuff skills anymore. The debuff skills are sort of now just going to be a pain in the butt, because we don't need them anymore. Yeah, we do have ult gauge depletion, which is actually really handy. Now we've actually finally got it, we can finally use it. Petrify. Yeah. Please break someone useful. It breaks everyone. Okay, that's perfect. That is A-okay with me. Thank you very much. I don't need to play... I was thinking, like, do I need to play the Liz buff skill? I don't need to. As I can just cleanse it using Valenti. We haven't done much damage to it because we haven't had many damaging skills at the moment. We've sort of been doing chip away damage. Well, that's not bad, but he's going to heal a lot back anyway. There you go, now he's actually lost all immortality stacks, and now we can actually kill him, which is useful. I desperately need to pop Yorm's ult here, which I will do next turn. I'll probably put Yorm, CUSACKs, and then Liz, just so I can start working on their ultimates again. I have ult control, so I don't really have anything to fear here. I've got ult control, which is really the main thing. Yeah, if you have Abyss here, you can do some crazy damage to it. Yeah, there we go. Even that is really good damage. We have ult control, so we're going to stop him from petrifying. Not this turn, but next turn he will go for a petrify. The ultimate. There you go. He comes back. So you can actually get him to. You can actually get it to lower its health by letting it stay on the middle tower. Which, if you just don't play any ultimates, you don't play any moving skills, it will just lose health on the middle tower. As you see, I got grey food poisoning now. It does apply every other turn. But yeah, if you get it to stay in the middle tower, it loses health, which I don't really need. CUSACK does more damage based on additional health, which is the reason why I've just sort of not lowered its health, so CUSACK can do more. We can lower its stats as well. CUSACK is going to kill her, mainly because he's got a minimum damage now, which is actually quite good. There you go, and he kills. He's really good. Honestly, he's very good. He's got ult gauge control. Would I say he's better than King and Diane? Probably not, and that is solely because I don't have him high ult level. I'm not sure how he'll be like at like 6-6 or like 5-6, but I'm pretty sure you can probably find someone who's done a video using him at a 5-6 or 6-6 to see how he really can perform at like peak performance. But honestly, still very good, because most of the Demonic Beast has like some form of stat boost, whether that be like the tower he's standing on gives him a 20% basic stat boost. That really does boost his damage. But generally, he's a really good character. I highly recommend using him for this. He's not bad. Would I say he's better than Demon King Melee? Maybe. He's definitely better than King of Diana, at least in my opinion. Once again, someone 6-6 may have a completely different opinion of him. But yeah, apart from that, it's good. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next one. Goodbye.